Hi guys, because the guy here, Jamaican YouTuber. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so apparently it's happening. Japan is going into lockdown mode about 2 or 3 weeks after this whole corona thing started. It's real. It is very real, and it's even more real for the persons who might not get paid for the 2 weeks or so that the schools will be closed for. For those who don't know, I live in Japan and I can speak on the issue on the ground here. In my prefecture, some schools have already started closing down. The Hokkaido prefecture has already closed their schools for at least 2 weeks. Ichikawa, which is a city in Chiba, has closed their school for 2 weeks. And because of the fear of the outbreak of this virus, the Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe, has announced that he would like for all junior, high school, and high schools, as well as elementary schools, to be closed on Monday, March 2nd until the beginning of April. Now, this announcement came to surprise to many of the ministers of parliament or cabinet in Japan, namely the Minister of Health and the Minister of Education. There are many things that happened during the March to April period in Japan, especially for the education side. So you have a end of year graduating ceremonies, start of the school year is in April. So the Minister of Health and Education are surprised. The Minister of Opposition is not pleased with this action because it's going to create panic, which it has already started. Before this, all the masks being unavailable now. There are no masks anywhere in Japan. Online is sold out. Japan is trying to actually ban the online auctioning of masks right now because that's what's happening. The demand is so high that persons are selling masks via auction online, which obviously drives up the price. There are no tissues. I went to the supermarket a while ago. There are no tissues there. Although yesterday I bought a 12-pack, but people say I'm so full of ish. I might need a little bit more. With China being on lockdown and nothing going in or out of China, that means their exports will reduce. With their exports being reduced and China being almost the hub for most things in this world economy, there are going to be shortages. And Japan is feeling those shortages right now. In Korea, there are confirmed cases up to the recording of this video, 2,337 cases of infected persons with the coronavirus. In Japan, I don't think they have confirmed more than 500. Why is that so? I think somebody's lying. The actions by Shinzo Abe suggest that the situation is much more grave than we are being led on to believe. Or somebody lying. Somebody's underreporting the figures in Japan. But I think I found the reason why we do not know about the actual victims or persons or cases of the coronavirus here. One, some medical institutions in Japan have rejected persons for the test for the COVID-19 because they haven't met the criteria. Now, these are the criteria you need to fall into or to satisfy before you can be tested. You'd have had to have been in contact with someone who has been confirmed as having been infected by the coronavirus with a fever of at least 37.5 degrees Celsius. And two, you must have visited China or Taiwan or anywhere where the coronavirus was said to be the ground zero for. So if you don't exhibit either of those, then you can't get a test. Now, here's the thing about knowing about the person who is confirmed to be infected. A lot of people don't know who has the virus or not because right now the flu season is actually ending in Japan. One, both viruses, the coronavirus and the flu virus, have similar, if not the same, symptoms. So possibly I could have the coronavirus and not know because I usually get sick around this time of the year anyway because my body is not built for winter. No. Some people would say it's built because I'm fat, but that's not the point. What I'm saying is that even if you want to get tested, if you don't satisfy the criteria, then you're not going to get tested for the virus. In addition to that, Japan messed up with the whole Diamond Lines cruise ship situation where the actual ship was an incubator for the virus because there was no separation of the non-infected zones and the infected zones. So it was a breeding ground for the virus and then they released everybody out. The actions of the government itself is baffling to me because it doesn't seem like they want to get this thing under control. A woman in Osaka who had the virus was treated in the hospital, tested negative, left the hospital, has now been reinfected. Persons don't really know how the coronavirus works because they're not sure if it's biphasal, meaning that biphasal meaning that at one point it's active, then it becomes passive, and then it acts up again when you think you're cured. So we're in for a long 2020, along with the fact that the Tokyo Olympics are in jeopardy because Tokyo would rather have it cancelled than move it because they spent a pretty penny, like how much? Hundreds of millions of US dollars to build the stadium and the preparation for the persons in English and French and Spanish and all these languages and stuff and the training. So Japan needs this Tokyo Olympics more than the Olympics needs Japan. Then the most important thing is the schools are going to be closed, right? But some teachers will still be required to go to school. If the kids are at home, there are no kids to teach at the public schools. However, the teachers are still required to physically go into the schools. So basically, the teacher's immune system is not susceptible to this coronavirus. Oh, no, no, no. We will not be getting sick from this virus. Actually, Japanese people never get the coronavirus. They can't because they are clean and they're perfect humans. More like parfait humans. It's crazy. And the whole coronavirus scare has also led to a lot of nationalistic pride coming into this thing. Some places in Tokyo have actually started putting up Japanese-only signs. Because, Japanese people don't carry the coronavirus, apparently, Oof. Yeah. That's what's happening right now. I am just here trying to bide my time. Hopefully, this thing blows over by April, blows over like it's a cold or a season. But yeah. What's weird is that persons are now going to be on high alert because flu season is ending and now the allergy season is coming because it's spring, the pollen or whatever. So people are going to be mad coughing with teary eyes and puffy faces and runny nose and coughing, just like the flu symptoms or the corona-like symptoms. Pretty soon, you're going to have people in panic mode and people walking around with thermometers. Bosses say, come, temperature check, spot temperature check, zoom. I put that temperature, let me see. Oh, if that goes over 37, we're going to call it in. Hey, today I saw Hisayuki. Yeah, he was coughing really badly. Yeah. So come and pick him up. All right, great. I've been getting crazy stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much how the cookie crumbles. And of course, some travel bans have been put on Japan and advisories to Japan, so persons can't enter certain countries from Japan and that sort of thing. That's really crazy. Wow, a first world country like Japan being put on a travel list of ban or advisories. What a time to be alive. Looks like 2020 is actually the end of the world. Huh? And then Italy also has been under lockdown because many soccer games have been cancelled. Public events have been put off because of the coronavirus. And Nigeria got their first confirmed case because an Italian, came to Nigeria and he has the virus. So there we go. There about that. Yep, this virus is real, people. Please keep us in your prayers for those who pray and for those who can do more than that or just want to check in on us. Check in on the persons that live in Japan. Remember them. And people around the world that are facing fear for the people in China. China is where the claim it started. But I don't know. Something about the whole disease thing, this coronavirus, is just not like, I don't know. It's like they don't want people to get better because they're doing things that are counterintuitive. Like, apparently America flew home to a couple sick persons with the virus on a plane full of healthy people. Like, what? Anyway, the comments down below. Tell me what's your thought about the coronavirus. What are you doing to stay healthy? And do you think it's a conspiracy? Do you think, the timing is suspect? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, all right? Please like, share, subscribe. Because the guy is a Jamaican YouTuber.